Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern battle simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play Command Modern Air Naval Operations, and today we're going to do the second strike tutorial. We're in the middle of learning how to use aircraft, and in this case, more bombing. So what do you say we get in here, we open up the flight tutorial, and I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. This one's strike tutorial number 2. Call it diving into daisies. So the object of strike tutorial number 2 is familiarize new players with the mission planner and some basic concepts of attack. You will have a half squadron of German Tornado aircraft and 2 missions to complete. There's an enemy element present, but it is easily avoided. Okay, so let's load her up. And while it's loading, hey, if you haven't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you'll know when I've posted another video. Like and share, and leave me a comment. Okay, so this one is a little funny. I played with it a little bit and actually failed to find a target both times. It's just you send the aircraft in there, they go searching around, and they didn't find it. So I hope we do a little better this time. If not, then we'll do what I did in the last one, which was grab the aircraft that were nearby and see if you can kill some SAM launchers, which sort of worked. I think I damaged some SAM launchers and lost a tornado, but we'll see. All right, we have a half squadron of German Tornado IDS. The Tornado is different than the F-16, which we use in tutorial number 1. It's a member of a family of aircraft, others being the air defense variant and the electronic combat reconnaissance variant. The IDS is specialized in low-level strike in heavily defended areas, so much more capable in that specific role than dedicated ground aircraft such as the A-10 or Su-25. Okay, we're going to we're set 2 missions. This is 3 actually. Find ground targets and strike them. Maybe we do a little more reading here to make sure that we're all caught up in what this thing's wanting us to learn. So let's go ahead and wait for the first prompt. Okay, we're going to set the standard anti-surface warfare mission following steps. Well, that's not too bad. It wants me to select these mission ones, but those are already selected, so let's deselect them. Let's select them. By the way, there's your SA5. This is the range for the SA5, so we don't have to worry about that. It's not going to be in here. We're going to go ahead and instead of hitting Control F11, we will jump into with the menu saying add a new mission. We're going to call this mission, I don't know, strike. Except it's going to be a patrol mission. And it's going to be an ASUW patrol land. Active. Okay, we're good there. Now we'll get down into here. Mission name is here. We're not going to mess with any of this. It says, who's to the right across the center of the bottom half. Leave this alone. Keep the 1/3 rule uncheck the investigate contacts outside and investigate contacts within weapon range. That's fine. Leave the active emissions unchecked. Nothing else to touch, but note that the aircraft will fly in fights of 2 and will not take off until there are 2 ready to go. So over here we've got the patrol area box. We can validate that thing right now. It's happy. We don't have to worry about this stuff. This tells you what to do if it fails to be happy. Okay, go directly to the unassigned units box. We're going to go up here, click on this, and we're going to assign those 4 bombers. And right, be launching in sections of 2. And that's awesome. Now, what are these guys armed with? Does it say? Oh, that's all that's left over here. BL 755 high, low, high. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. Let's get out of here. Let's we can come over here. We can look at the aircraft and take a look at what these guys are armed with. If I could, there we go. Anti-armor bomblets. 147. Yep. Okay. They've got anti-armor bomblets. Awesome. All right. So let's run the game. And let's give it about the 15 seconds. And rather. Okay, I am doing things to quiet that noise down, but just in case, I'm trying not to talk in the middle of it. These guys are rumbling out there. They're 36,000 feet. Oops. I don't want to do that. Do that. All right. Now, what should happen is that two tornadoes should take off in a group with radars on. They will proceed to the mission area at high altitude, search for targets. Then they find them, they automatically strike them within the definition of their weapons release authority. Once in the patrol area, they will drop to low altitude in accordance with their load profile. So that's what the high, low, high was the loadout profile. That's cool. And look for targets. You will notice that their altitude in the search area is around 1,980 feet. Well, that'll vary because the altitude varies, or the ground level varies. Checking the group status block, you see the altitude is around. Well, we'll get there. Let's get in there. Basically, it's saying they're going to fly at about 200 foot above ground level. So let's drop the 5 sec now. Okay, let's not drop the 5 seconds till they get in there. And 5 seconds. Okay, you see that they've descended to 200 feet AGL. And they are doing the search thing. And this is where it all went off the rails last time. These guys didn't find anything. So let's give them a chance here to find things while they run around looking. Okay, well, you might find your target or might not. Ground targets are very hard to find. There you go. Thankfully, these are moving, which makes it much easier. Well, I'm sorry, but we haven't found them. So he's talked about why it's so hard. And you can pause this and read it carefully if you want. So if you did find some of your units, automatically attack them. The second pair is taking over the job. This might not be the most efficient way of looking. Ground targets as a 6-hour ready time is a heck of a wait. To do this properly, you need an entire squadron of 12 aircraft with 3 or 4 on maintenance, 8, 9, constantly running this patrol 24/7. So let's let it run a little longer. Okay, strike aircraft are valuable. You never have enough of them. So basically what we're talking about here is how do we do this better? Okay, so we have strike aircraft with reconnaissance pods. So going through this, reconnaissance pods give them an advantage. They're usually quicker to ready, in this case 3 hours versus 6. They don't expend the reconnaissance pods. That's nice. They're not droppable. So many recon loadouts have a quick turnaround setting. The strikers can wait on the ground, ready to roll on any target. You can then launch and strike with munitions at your discretion. So quick turnaround is a setting that certain aircraft have within certain loadouts based on proven capability and doctrine. In this case, Bomber 5 with a GAF recce pod has QTR turned on. Each aircraft is specific, but in this case, if the predicted sortie time is less than 8 hours, and the first sortie is under 4 hours, the aircraft will land, refuel, probably change pilots, do quick repairs, take off again in 30 minutes. If the parameters for QTR are not met, the aircraft will take a 3-hour stand down, which is the same as its loadout ready time. Very handy, and Bomber 5 is becoming ready in a minute or two. Nice surprise. Well, we'll keep running here until it tells us to do something else. Okay. Bomber 6 is set up with Mark 82 AIR, low, low, low. We're going to set up a couple of missions that will work together, a recon mission and a strike mission. Oh, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So first, notice the nasty looking red line. Okay, that's this thing. Let's go back here. Where was I? Up, there we go. Nicely looking red unit with the number 29 next to it. There it is right there. I got to read before I talk. That's an SA-5, a fairly common Cold War era SAM. It's been around since the 1950s, but this is an updated C version, and the missile is the size of a telephone pole, so it will hurt if it hits you. It has 18 missile launchers, 5 radars, and 6 close-in AAA gun systems. Too big for us to handle, and that AAA makes it tricky to get close anyway. You also note that the red ring around the SAM completely encompasses the Mission 2 RPs, which are right here. In fact, let's go ahead and deselect those. So what to do? In most military situations, you need to pit your strength against enemy's weaknesses. This is a classic case of the right tool for the job. What's the key strength of a Tornado IDV? Low-level flying. So what's the key weakness of an SA-5? That leads to the military principle of know your enemy. So let's check the database. Okay. So we click the SA-5, then on the blue hyperlink, and we're in the database. Beyond the nasty picture, you find a bunch of things about the unit, like it's got 36 reloads, so we can come down here and see all kinds of stuff about it. Where was I? The important thing is the missiles themselves. Note the missile's name, SA-5C Gammon 5V28M5. Go to the filter section at the top, right here, type, and type, let's read this again, go to the filter section to the left. Type equal weapon. There we go, type equal weapon. And the class area, the key in SA-5, okay, SA-5. Oh, look at that. We have 3 different choices. There's only one 5C, so take a look. Click. And so let's see if we notice anything useful. It is a big guy, isn't it? Well, what's useful? Target altitude, 650 feet above the ground to 130,000 feet above the ground, which is pretty cool. So it says right here, target altitude perhaps 650 AGL to 130,000 feet AGL. This thing could shoot down a U-2, but it cannot shoot down a Tornado at 200 feet. So we have a plan. So let's set up the recce mission. Okay, yeah, let's go up in here and mission recce and class patrol. And ASUW ground, right, and it's active. So patrol, ASUW ground, active, right. Okay, that'll, I didn't select my reference points. All right, let's do it again. Select the reference points. Add a new mission. And patrol and ASU patrol, and it ought to open the mission editor now. There are mission station points. It's valid. Okay, we've got recce selected. Now, add bomber number 5. And it complains because we have this set up for 2 aircraft. We'll go ahead and set for single. All right, uncheck all the boxes in the center column. Those are cool boxes, but they're not appropriate now. On the right-hand side of the box, set transit altitude to 600 feet, something I've never done before. Station altitude to 200 feet. This is learning stuff, guys. And attack altitude, just to be careful, just in case, 200 feet. So it will move and transit at 600 feet, dive to 200 feet, and get after it. So now if you find a target, there's no point in allowing it to live, so you need to set up a strike mission. Okay. So if you can read this about low-level bombing, that's interesting. And it'll take, half a second. All right, that was more than a half second for you to pause and read it. Let's set up the mission. We don't have to do that. We can create the mission right here. And we can call this mission Strike 2. Strike 2. And it is a strike mission, a land strike mission, right? Am I getting this right? Yep, yep. Now this comes up a different page. So we need to change this to single aircraft. We need to drop down with selects level of identification. Right, so we need to go ahead here and say mission triggers when contact is hostile. That's cool. We're going to assign Bomber 6 to the mission. Right, Bomber 6. And target list will be blank. A couple of important points. We will leave allow off-axis attack unchecked. We don't want the strike to wander into SA5 range too much. This would allow the AI to select an off-angle attack direction that may stray too far from our current intent. There are no tankers or escorts for this mission, but you get pretty specific here, right? The way it is now set up, the mission will launch on any hostile target, whatever detected. Problem. We have that nasty SA5, which is both detected and hostile, but we won't go too near it. Our target hasn't been found yet. All right, not an issue. Measure the distance between the base and the SA5, something I've been wanting to know how to do. So we hit Control D, select the base, and watch the cursor data to see the range. We'll do that in a moment. It says, I read SA5 is 340 meters, or excuse me, 340 nautical miles. The outer limit of the mission 2 box is about 320 meters. So put a maximum strike radius of 320 halfway down the center column, right in here. Minimum 0, we're going to say max 320 without measuring, but we'll do that in a minute. So let's close this, and just for fun, we'll hit Control D, click, and look at that. I've been wanting to do that, and just now figured out how. That's very cool. Meanwhile, these guys are still running around doing their thing. This ought to launch the recce mission. At some point, right? 29 seconds. There he goes. So the recce mission is off and running. This guy's still hunting around up here. Take a look at him. He's already down to 200 feet AGL. These guys are still hunting. All right. What? Guess Bing. Contact Mobile 2 has been reclassified as armor. Oh, he found somebody. I wasn't looking. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. Well, we might actually get a strike in there. That'll be different than last time. I didn't have that much fun. Didn't have that much fun at all. And let's see, I'm playing with this. Get position for best. Yeah. Okay. Let's resume. A little bit slower. I want to see if he hits that target up there. Well, they're running all over the place up there. Looks like they're trying to figure out whether it's a good guy or bad guy. Right now it's yellow, so it hasn't been classified. This guy's still rolling out. You think we could intervene by selecting that. Oh, it's been marked hostile, and it's been hit. Let's pause for a second. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't think that matters. For some reason, this went nuts. Here we go. This is much better. Contact armor platoon Scorpion 90 light tank time 3 has been lost. Let's see. Well, we hit within 55 to 150 feet, but it looks like After it was determined to be hostile, we got them. Outstanding. Let's get going again. These guys ought to come home. We can make them come home by giving them return to base orders. All right, let's speed things up just a tiny little bit. And all right, what just launched? Bomber number 3. Bomber number 3 and 4. They're going up here. Well, they're gonna keep hunting up in there. Who knows? There may be more guys to kill. That's cool. Okay, this is working better this time around than it did when I played the first time. Let's go to 15 seconds. See what I'm doing here? 1 second, 2 seconds, 15 seconds. Got a little bit of granularity there. But it's a little dangerous because if you slip down to 30 seconds or a minute, it'll be over real fast. So let's watch this guy do his thing. Uh-oh, he's found somebody. Pause. Pause. And change the time. This is working out much better than it did the first time I played. Armor number 2 has been classified. Oh, wait. Do we get another one over here that I didn't see? Fix number 3. Yep, okay, that's fine. Fix number 3. That's that guy right there. Mission has a doctrine setting that allows air-to-air refueling. However, the distance to the target is shorter than aircraft's maximum. As such, air-to-air is disabled. That's fine. And now that we found that target, this guy is on his way to kill it. I'm for that. Like I said, this is working much better than it did before. Let's go to 15 seconds. Oh, look. And that guy got that other target. Oh, this is working so much better than it did the first time I played this. All right, it went real fast, but we just slow it down a little bit, and you can see tank PL destroyed has been fired. That's the event. It's been lost. It's killed. Hit between 16 and 118 feet. Pretty cool. Meanwhile, bomber number 6 is inbound with his 5 Mark 82 air impeded, what is that? Air impeded, It's air retarder, a retarder system. Oh, I'm kind of a retarded system. All right, like I said, I wish I had a 7-second time compression. I want it somewhere between 5, going from straight to 5 to 15 really is a big jump. And I just can't wait to see how this works in a real live game with multiple units. We're getting there. This guy ought to be dropping bombs any second now. And he is almost there. Pause. And go. Got to lay him down right on him. Thump! This scenario is concluded. You'll now be presented with an evaluation of your performance. Losses and expenditures. We've used all these things. We've killed 6 Scorpions and 1 building's communication hub. All right. Well, that worked out quite nicely. I am very happy that it worked so much better this time than it did the last time. So, there you go. I hope you're learning as much as I am, and I've enjoyed this. I hope you have. And hey, I hope I see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.